Today we'll answer the question, what would your mythic rank be if you grinded the ladder for freaking 11 hours non-stop? Not only that, but you will see also unedited full mythic journey with all the ups and downs, and I'll tell you, some of the games were freaking on edge. I think you will love them, and you will also see all the stats after we played, and finally what rank I got after all of this time. After soulless grind. So guys, I think this will be a fun video even if you are not fan of the deck, so enjoy the show. Guys, for you it's what, 20-30 seconds of this video? For me it's over 10 hours because I started this grind at like 6 AM I think. And now it's like around 4 PM, alright? So guys, if my commentary will be losing sanity, you will know why. And we will talk about meta and those cool situations. First we need to win because we are at Diamond 1 and we need to go through all of it until Mythic, and I will show you the rank that we'll get. I have no idea, so far I didn't hit Mythic, alright? But we will. So what do we do here? We can check priority. But I think, okay, so our opponent has actually priority here, which means a burn spell. For this reason, we do not pump Hired Crow, we just wait for inevitable spell that will happen at some point. We have Boros Charm, but it's too early. So on the early game, you kinda need to, you know, care about the small mana things, because it will make or break your game. I mean, we want Tersa, so we can play this right now. It's 3 damage. This might get them to burn the crow, because right now we have no protection for the creature, which will open Tersa and swing for 3. Basically, listen, I know this deck is not the freshest, but today I will tell you everything about this deck, so you know what's up. And we can pay life, absolutely. Here we can go with Tersa. We already have at least 1 card to cycle, and we want to keep the damage. They can kill 1 of those creatures, but not 2. And we'll keep the Boros Charm, it's pretty good. And you cycle a land, and you get the land. So guys, I've been grinding a lot today, and I'll tell you, Mono Red, or Boros as it technically is an extremely powerful deck. And I'll tell you something weird, because I've been playing also with this mono white. I will show the results later. Student, alright, this is something you need to kill. They always kill you the next turn. They will play Slickshot, pump, attack, get mana, pump, 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 25 damage in the face. So you need to answer it immediately. I will finish the story, but first we need to go for this. So we go for Shattered. They cannot kill this on 1 mana, so they hope that we get the Hired Claw. They can kill the other thing, but not Tersa. Unless they have randomly a redirect lightning. By the way, guys, I've seen it first time today. This is the first one. Okay, so they redirected, but it still needs to be our creature, right? Creature you control. So they kinda whiffed here because they wanted to redirect, of course, onto their own creature, but it's not a valid target. And yeah, we outplayed. We'll continue the story soon, but as you can see, we're on our way. I guess we got 1 tick, and we win faster than I expect. I hope we'll get the whole video out until Mythic. Well guys, this is probably a mulligan. Like I think this is not a 1 game. Basically, after you play for a while this deck, you notice when you are having like the draws that are kinda impossible to win. Sometimes you can still steal a win, but it's very hard. Here, I think if our opponent is missing like 1 or 2 first turns, there is a chance. But man, there are so many Badger decks. I learned today to have stronger feelings toward Badgers than before. So you can see it's bad. Do we go for Challenger? We probably should. I don't know what the other color is. I hope it's not red, nor black, because of course they can remove stuff from you. But man, I tried with mono white first, And it's kind of crazy because the win rate on mono white that I will show you later is literally the average you should expect. It's crazy how perfect results I got. However, this one is different, and this is why I personally prefer this, even though it's on average like worse. Because I usually have incredible win rate with aggro decks, like red ones. I tell you, man, I think we're a pretty good aggro player here, because I always get better results by huge margin than I should. Let's go for this one. And I think a big reason for it is that this deck uses a lot of instants. Mono white is not a control deck in like any way. You just have your creatures, you play them, you enchant them. The only like outplay potential is Shard Mage Rescue, which everyone knows about. Do we already lose the game? Arden. Arden with Cura probably or something. This is probably a loss. Like, this is one of the games where you just watch the result because it's not like you can change it, you know? After you play a lot with this deck, you descend into madness trying to guess if this is one of those games that you can win or this is one of those games. I think there's nothing, absolutely nothing we can do. So let's, go the next one. This will happen a lot, guys. And here we go. And by the way, about the result, I will tell you something in a second. Oh boy, this is... if we are on the play, that would be a very good hand. On the draw, it might be too weak. But we'll see. So I promised I'll tell you. I remembered, I noted it down, so I continued the story. This is a better job, by the way. So basically, it went really great until I think Diamond 2 or something. And then, man, I kid you not, for I think 1 or 2 hours, I couldn't rank up. I just went to Diamond 3, to Diamond 2, and then I deranked, and then I ranked up and deranked. Like, I kept going around Diamond 2 over and over, and then it stopped. So what can we do here? First we swing, because they... Like, this is Azorius control, at least. Could be also Jeska or 4-Core, but it will be a control deck like this. So we first want to swing. This forces a reaction. If they don't react, you go this and this. They don't have a good counter spell target, they don't have good removal target. However, if they have split up, or Starcage exactly, and double white, by the way, this is an artifact deck, so it's actually a different matchup. If they have white into Starcage, you kinda lose. Like, that's the truth. You basically risk openings in different ways, and there's always something that just kills you. But here we can go for the Claw. Even if they can kill the creature, we at least deal some damage. Against Synthesizer, we really need to have good opening, and because they're on the play, it will be really hard to win this. It kinda depends if they whiff or not. They don't have second white, which is massive. This is second white, but it's tapped. They cannot pay the ward, so they are only killing the small... And this is the extra damage that now we are starting to deal. Alright guys, this is big. We can actually win this, because they whiffed with the Starcage here. So, it's 5 damage, they go to 6. And we win. That seems like a decent idea. Alright. Very often you literally rely on your opponent not having the right card. If they had planes, Starcage would not deal this. This is good, but it was 1 turn too late. And now it doesn't matter anymore. So I'm pretty sure we just won the game. And I think that this is the type of gameplay that really rewards, in a way, control players. Because if you know exactly what your opponent will play on the next turn, you can play around it. So instead of investing into board that would die with Starcage, now we can invest into burn, knowing that they cannot do anything. So our opponent whiffed, we got the right play, and I mean that's a win, and we regained our tick. Alright, so we played a 1-drop. Unfortunately, it instantly died to Torch the Tower, and right now I think I will allow this meal, because I think we need to catch the next creature. Also, when this gets into graveyard, it feels basically like full delirium. Say its name. Alright. Let's see. That was not a hit, so they are taking the land. Alright, that means we can just kill the beastie, set up Gloria, And I mean, this is a nice start. Not perfect, but nice. I wonder if they play protection spells. Okay, not exactly, but I think we still got decent value. And the token is perfect target for Sheltered. So I'll take it, you know? I'll take it. They still have a creature. Okay, so this is guaranteed a creature. How do we know it's a creature? Because they had creature here, and they have chosen something else. So it must be the same creature or better. Otherwise they would just take this. We could shelter it, to be honest, and I think this is the play. We could also just kill it. Honestly, I like this even more. This is a good target. Let's go. Let's go. I don't love having sheltered on this goblin because it's so vulnerable. Is that really better than this? Like, this is a 4-3 with trample. This is a 3-3. So that's an interesting one. They're really saying its name, and we're close to the third one. I wonder if they play the something. Altanak. That's the name. Sure. So right now we are not in trouble, but we will verse. I think what we will do is we'll pay life because it will definitely go great. So if we fear that they have this card and give double strike, so this will be 10 damage instantly. But we could go Gloria and start setting up for the future, which is generally better. I will take this risk, especially that they can reanimate the Altarak, and then we need to shelter it probably. By the way, this is why we paint the land. So, okay, now we can try to raise them. Let's see, this is a big turn. I don't think they can deal 18 damage, man, but you never know. In those matchups, you very often need to kind of guess what your opponent has. And there's always one card that beats you and one card that you beat. And you are like, I hope they have the right one. Alright, that's 14, right? Perfect. I love being close to that. So, I think it's Slickshot, but I think we enchant the Goblin. Because it will have more power on the average. This only gets the pump where we cast something and we need to rely on top decks for it. Here, it's actually a little bit better. So guys, even though it's rough, we don't play the land. I mean, we are right now in the lead. It all depends on the next cards. Okay, so this is cycling. So 2 random cards to decide the game. That's the third one. And they're really good at hitting those. I would prefer them to not have 3. Not perfect. A random 8-8, or sorry, 9-9 hits the board. And here we are, and this is why we did not play the land. And this is why this goblin is so insane, so we can cycle those 2 dead lands into 2 more dead lands. I think that the shuffler is really trying to tell us who wins this game. So our opponent, let me get this straight, our opponent is getting a 9-9 with 3 out of 4 cards from the deck in half the library, and we are getting 4 lands in a row. In the deck that runs no lands. We actually had as many lands as we had during the whole game with just those draws. This is where you start losing super hard. Like, what can I say? Oh man. I think we need to hit Boros Charm. Boros Charm deals exactly 7 damage, but this is... like, you cannot beat this type of difference in draws. That's a 13 damage. We are not dead yet, but we are basically dead. This is force block. We live gain a little bit, so we are not fully dead. We need to draw Boros Charm, easy, and we win. Right? We draw it, we win. We draw it, we win. We draw it. 7 damage. Bro, I'm so good at this game. Outplayed. Guys, I named the card, so it's basically like 100% pure skill. I cannot believe we actually named the card and we drew exactly the one card. But to be fair, we played to this out when we were at -2 life, losing everything and stealing win that we should never get. Alright guys, and I promised I will tell you something nice about mono red. This is still mono red. Nothing changed, alright? I have to tell you, because I tried first this mono white, and I had, as I mentioned in before games, like exactly the win rate I would expect from the deck on average. And I think this is a big problem of the deck, that if you are playing well, it's very hard to increase it. It's really dependent on the draws. However, with this deck, I have to say, it's actually way more exciting than mono white. Here I said it. Mono white is such a deck that it's actually more fun to play this one. So do we go for Slickshot already? Or we sheltered? We can dive very quickly, guys. I think we need to play this, but I'm not sure if that will be great. We are on the draw, so we are not having good answers. Basically, the first Slickshot player always gets an advantage, because they can play and remove our Slickshot right now. This is... Guys, this is the freaking dream. We could never hope for more than this. Oh, man. Okay, with this... Okay, I know. This is what we have to do. Our opponent, I feel, either misplayed, or I'm not sure. I don't feel this is a good play. If they had only this, it wasn't worth to play Slickshot. Because now we got the full board dominance. They have nothing, they're at 8, and the game is probably lost. They had advantage because they are on the play, but they absolutely did not use it right. So, you know, I'll take the win. I'll take the win. And now we actually don't care about playing too hard around stuff, because every damage right now that we deal is absolutely devastating. They will block, but it doesn't matter. Basically now, I think this is the secret to higher win rate. This is right now the moment where you don't need to play by the board. You can completely ignore it, force your opponent into bad decisions and trying to defend against those creatures, and then the burn is the actual gameplay. Sure, so prowess, and this one is what? 3/4 flying vigilance. That's fine. That is absolutely fine, because they only have red mana, which means we can burn them. And even if they kill Slickshot, doesn't matter, because we have another charm. And of course, if they don't kill Slickshot, that's worse. So the only chance for our opponent to win the game is to deal 17 damage out of this one drop. It might be possible, but I think they have too little mana, because they can double pump it and then double the power. But I think the doubling power is 2. So, but to be honest, they can deal enough. This has prowess. So +3, which means +8 in total. This is 9, and then double the power, and it's 18. But they don't have it. So now this is the, you know, fun moment where you can force your opponent to play around this. They have to tap, and that opens your lethal on every other way. Yep. Yoink. And if they play something, you have shock around it. So there's so little they can do at this point that you just absolutely steal the win. Man, we are so close. I hope we don't bounce at like 2 ticks or 1 tick. It happened before, guys. You know what's crazy about this deck? This hand is perfectly keepable. 1 lander? Perfect. Absolutely great. Especially that you are on the draw, and you can kinda play the whole game out of this. As you can see, not even a problem. I hope we don't get sheltered. So what they want to do, shelter by ghost and start hitting face. They don't have it yet, or they decided it's too early. They usually cast it on this. So we also kinda want to hit it, to be honest. So what we will do is go this. Don't forget the skeleton is kinda sus and it cannot block. Double Harriet Claw is insane opening because it allows you to deal 3 damage with a 1-drop. So it's kinda the same as having a 3 power 1-drop. So that's a lot. I'm keeping mana to kill the target for shelter, but so far it doesn't seem they have one. Alright, we need to start making some plays, guys. Can we raise them? You know what, this is definitely freaking happening. So let's go for this. They can have protection, but it doesn't feel like they have one. We do not block, because our deck is just better. We pay. We need to keep the pressure going. And now we have the moment to make decisions, guys. It's crazy, but we have some. So right now we can go for pump, which is kind of slow. Or we could go double goblin into shock, which feels better to me. I think this is the play, because we will attack on the next turn, so those guys will deal 2 damage per creature. And if we pump, it's 2 damage total for 2 mana. So we increase the damage output by 2. And we still keep the shock, so we can interrupt their sheltered. That's the biggest play they have. Even double strike is like not really threatening. Oh, it's chapter 2, like it's too early. Well, this is the problem. And this is one of the moments that you will learn to identify when you ladder with this deck. Now the whole game depends what they hit. Like this, the rolls will decide who wins. Corpses of the Lost Shelter, those are the cards they usually hit with this. Of course, Case and Weaver are also here. They probably want to be aggressive. Oh my god, double Sim Rip. Huh. I think we can still maybe win for this. So they get rid of double blockers. This is interesting because maybe you can just kill them. They cannot block with those with both of those. So okay, so when we attack, so we get 2 triggers and 2 damage. They're at 8. 6, 3. Which probably means that we want to kill the big guy. I'm not sure if I can waste it here. Maybe I should just hit face. But I don't know what we'll draw. Alright. I mean, this kinda does the job. Even if they get something, it should slow them down enough. Like, they have tutor here, so they can find cards, but it's slow. We just need a little bit of extra damage so, we get them into burn range. Guys, we are 2 ticks from Mythic. I want to win this one. To be absolutely honest with you, I'm not sure if I'm playing this one perfectly. But first I'm a little bit busy with, trying to comment, so that always distracts a little bit, but I think it's close enough. And it's always hard to guess what they have. And it kind of, decides what is the good play, right? Okay, this is good. So we can attack safely, deal 1 damage, and still win the trade. We just need few more damage. Like, if we hit face this, that should be enough. I think they should block. Of course it kills the spider. They didn't. Man, the greed is unreal. Alright. So the next hit with lizard kills them. Man, I really hope they don't have Shelter by Ghosts. Oh, it's legendary. I forgot about this part, that it gives legendary. Oh my god. Alright guys, are you prepared to roll the dice? Oh, I don't want to see this card. Alright, let's do it. Just don't shelter me, bro. Oh, this is second worst. It still removes a creature. That was our lethal, because we can deal 3 damage, but we cannot deal 4. Not much we can do about this one. Alright, at least they will swing, so if we get a haster, it will be exactly lethal. Oh no, they kept blocker. I think we don't need to cast it now. Every burns. I literally was thinking about this one. I kid you not, I was thinking about this one. But can we win with this? If we attack, they just block. Man, this is so close. We will probably get 1 more draw. But they can find Sheltered, which forces us to go for Helix. You know what is the weird play? But it might... Man, but if they hit Shelter, like, they can tutor. Like, this is solved. They sacrifice it, they take Sheltered, and they cast it on whatever. So I don't think we can afford to have a creature on board. Double strike on this. So this will be 6-10 damage exactly. They will swing all because that's lethal. Then we catch them with this and we play this. I think this is the game plan. And you see, this is kinda, I have to say it, with this deck you can kinda try to outplay a little bit. That's a weird one. I thought they will go for the biggest creature. Oh, another one. This is a blocker, so even if they attack, we can still draw Burn Spell. We're literally playing to our outs, guys. Solved, but they didn't leave mana. Man, this is so freaking close. This card will decide if we can win. Now they can swing all. Oh, they're going with this 7 damage, right? Man, we cannot waste damage on those, because then we won't win. We can postpone the losing, but then we stop having the chance to win. And this is something, if you know, if there are a lot of new players, very often they are just trying to not lose. But sometimes you need to just take the risk, and you know, if you draw it, then you draw it. That's not good enough, right? I think it's not good enough. Bro, those fighters are living the dream. 5 damage on... No, they get the counter, so this will be exactly 6, which means that we are forced to block. I mean, we have to play it at this point. But how do we do it, man? Can we steal it somehow? We can kill one of the tokens if we attack. We live gain. We can buy 1 turn, that's for sure. So we can try to draw a burn spell on the next turn. And we killed those 2. So hasters are... I think this is a good play. We could also try to find this, but they will force us to block with Slickshot. I think this is the play. In all honesty, if I wasn't recording, I would think a little bit longer and try to find a different angle. But listen, we cannot overthink with mono red here. We need to keep it, you know, as action-packed as a control player can. I mean, this is probably a block, I would say. You know, because otherwise they literally die and lose the game. So the plan is to get some life gain, which gives us extra turn even with this counter. And then if the next card is burn or something with haste, they won't have blockers anymore, hopefully. And they still have skeleton, so this is not a tutor anymore. Man, if we can win this, I would be so incredibly happy. We need 2 games won to Mythic. If this should be a loss. I don't think we can win this normally. But I think we can still try to get an angle that if we are lucky, we can still try to win the unwinnable. Or maybe they will just leave the game, which I'll take it. Listen, I will absolutely take it. Right, Horsey? Yeah, Horsey would also take it. Alright? Bro, if they time out and not block and we win like this, I'm taking it. I'm taking it with a smile, because that means we just need 1 more game to Mythic, and if we get a good draw, that could be the next game. Guys, I think we got some black sorcery because we just won. See, this is why you don't give up, because miracles do happen, and this was our game that we should lose, but we somehow won. I don't know, maybe we gave such a fight that they just didn't want to continue. I'll take the win, you know? Guys, you cannot imagine my pain having exactly Mythic promo and seeing this. Opponent goes first. And if you think that I'm over-exaggerating, I checked. I have right now 17% win rate higher if I'm on the play, which is the difference between tier 1 deck and tier D deck. You know, that sucks. So this is already going really bad. Can we solve it, guys? Let's go for Paying Life. We need red mana. Hired Crow is generally better, so let's go for this instead of the Goblin. It can attack a bit more confidently. And it also goes through the blockers sometimes a little bit. I think it's Synthesizer deck, but I'm not sure. Man, I want to win this 1 game so much. Like, I've checked, man, we are grinding close to 11 hours right now. And I want to get it done. I want to see the mythic rank. I'm actually kind of excited for it. So what can we do? We cannot mess it up, guys. We cannot mess it up. This will be attack with the claw into Slickshot plotting. Oh, they went for this play. Did not expect it, to be honest. So we take this. We could play... There's no reason to play Slickshot, because the only upside is that you can deal extra damage on the first turn. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is our opening, guys. I see hope. Whenever they tap against Slickshot, you know things might happen. Good things to you. Alright, we go this. And I think we go triple spell, right? This is the best we can. You need to absolutely maximize damage when you know that Slickshot hits. This is your difference between 18 damage and 8. And from 8 you can find angle to burn. See, we got them to 9. This is where the hard decisions start for a control deck. Probably a sweeper on this turn, I would guess. So that was our only chance. Imagine if they swept and they were like 18. Oh, they lost the game. Wait! They lost the game, I think. They played the land, right? This is turn 4. Which means they cannot make a play. We won! We are mythic! Oh my god, I'm so happy. But it's not fully over, but it should be very close to over. We play Gloria. Gloria is very, very cool. I like this card, honestly. And we put the counter on Slickshot because it has flying and now they have the same power. We can draw 1-drop. Well, we want. To be fair, maybe I should play land later. This is fine. This is expected, guys. This is justice for a control deck. Oh man, this is so freaking close. We can roll a 1-drop here. Oh boy, this is some roulette timing. So we have two cards that win the game here. Let's freaking go. 7 out of 7. Of course, land thanks to this. Thank you very much for that one. And let's go. We can play 2-drop too. Don't love it. But it is what it is. We can only play under this turn, so why not? We already could win the game if we hit. We had 2 out of 7, I believe. So this is what? Like around 35% chance to win the game. We missed. Not happy. Okay. This has to be Tersa. Man, we literally need to draw burn spell from the top. Please channel your good at magic to me. I need your help. I need to hit this freak. It's always like this when you are 1 tick from Mythic. We missed already here. Oh my god. I think we missed multiple times this game. Oh my god. And this is a loss. You cannot draw like this if you want to be a good Mythic player, guys. Well, now they will live gain with Revelation, and that's game. The only chance is that they will whiff. Not whiff, but they will misplay. Not cast it right now. We need to make some fake stops. And we will draw a card and we will answer Revelation with our burn spell from the top. If they cast it now, that's game. We cannot beat it. It's too much stats. But they know that if we have a burn spell, and we don't because we're bad at magic, we can burn them in response to Revelation. I think this is what they are trying to, decide. Okay, this is important. They need to see this stop, because this is the only reason they are not winning it. If they see the bluff, that's it. And this is how we can try to win. We absolutely play land, because then we have more mana to pay for counter spells. I need them to play Revelation at the end step. This is our win con. Their Revelation that is misplayed because that should be cast main phase. But to be fair, they couldn't know that we have a land, so not strictly misplay. We know it's a misplay, but they don't. And now they should not cast it. It's too risky. Freaking... they are playing well. I hate it. Oh, man. That means we need to draw another burn spell before the game ends. Because we need to answer their revelation with our second burn spell. If they are patient, they are winning on board because of Shiko. They can keep doing it forever. So we need to make the first play. Man, this is insanity. Oh, this will give them the card. Wait, they cannot cast Revelation. This is the moment. Let's freaking go. This is the weak spot. If we cannot win now, we won't win this. And even if they cast 3 steps ahead, we still can draw a burn spell and kill them when they are tapped. This is the best shot, guys. This is everything I can do. Rest is Shuffler Blessing. And we did it! This game should not be won, but we did it. We actually did it. And this is the finish of our Mythic run, and let's see there. Man, I'm excited for the rank. You can tell, leave the comment what you think the rank will be. And let's go. And I'm so excited. Let's go! $71 Mythic. Honestly, a little bit lower than I thought. We would probably need to grind a little bit more for like top 10 or top 20, which was kinda where I thought we will end. But you know what? Top 71, kinda okay-ish, alright? We didn't play too much. I think if we grinded more, we would get it way higher than this, but, you know, let's call it a whiff. Maybe next time. And guys, this is where we got, I think it was what? Close to 10 or 11 hours. The gameplay was shorter because of course you queue all of this stuff, so on the stats you will see a little bit shorter. I will probably talk through them. And this is from Platinum 4. If you are Platinum 4 right now, you can at 11 hours and you will be here, guys. And I'll tell you, I think we made some really cool plays. I tell you, last 2 Mythic games, I think we are destined to lose them. So yeah, I think we really pulled victory out of the jaws of defeat. And let's go to the outro and talk a little bit about the stats. Well guys, this was painful, but I will tell you all the important things in this outro, so you don't need to make the whole journey to get to know this. First, this deck seems absolutely as good as it ever was for me, and I actually get insane win rate with this deck. So I will tell you my honest opinion about this. I think on average mono white is better because this is a very straightforward deck and you don't have a lot of like wiggling room. If you are a veteran player, it seems you can get more win rate with this deck because you can, I have to say it, you can outplay your opponents that they don't expect burst, you can predict their plays, you can know which creatures to remove because you have so much removal, you can play it in a way as a control deck with burn as win con. And it shows in the results because with mono white that I showcased, you know, a few days ago, it's still the best deck, I believe, and I checked that the win rate should be around 58 to 59%. And you know what I got win rate? Exactly this. I got literally the perfect average win rate, and I also got the same win rate when I showcased you the deck first time. I think it was 60% or 61. Now we got 58. It's exactly the same range. However, with this, I started at 75% win rate, which is insane, and then I started losing a lot around Diamond 2 or 3, I don't remember, something like this, and I started lowering the win rate really hard. And in the end, let me check. Well, I just checked and we have some nice win rate. Exactly 69%. Absolutely insane results that are way above best meta decks. So I guess I'm just a professional aggro player at this point, guys. This deck, I've checked, it has, depending on the version, between 53 and 58% win rate. So this, what you see here, is around 11-15% higher than it should be. Which is insane because this is average over like 100 games. So yeah, if you can stand the deck, You can absolutely slaughter the ladder with this one, and you have so many plays, and you have seen in some of the games, obviously I played way more than this, but I'll tell you, we have stolen so many wins we should absolutely never get. Oh, and guys, I will tell you a bit of a dirty secret, just don't tell anyone. In Diamond and Platinum, when I played the deck, I also alt-tapped that I was doing something else. I literally was doing something else, so I lost few games because I didn't realize what was going on in the game. So this win rate could be a little bit higher. I think probably like 2 to 4 games could be won that I didn't pay attention what's going on. I literally just alt-tapped for the play and alt-tapped away because, you know, that's how you professionally play mono red. So this win rate is with this, just so you know. And yeah, about the whole thing, I think we kind of covered all of this. You get the stats. This is a very fast deck, and you can beat every deck with this. So, in all honesty, I'm surprised that this deck is holding so well after the Nemesis ban, after Monstrous Rage ban. It's insane. It's still insane, and you can steal a win from anyone. So, yeah, this deck is doing just fine. Way better than I thought. I thought we would be struggling to hit like 55% with this one, and it absolutely blew my expectations out in the water, so, or out of the water, whatever. So guys, I don't want to talk too much about mono red. Is this deck fun? Not really. It's the same stuff as usually, but it's incredibly efficient, and you can actually outplay way more than with other aggro decks, at least from my experience. With Badgers, you play Badgers and Space Dragon, and if you don't get swept, you win. Here you can try to sneak value where it shouldn't give value because you are doing cards with Challenger. You can get free stuff with Tersa, you can cycle cards. Cycling cards is a huge deal with this deck. You also can get free value from Hired Crow, so if you know the game well, you can steal way more than you should. And yeah, that's kinda it, guys. Thank you to all the patrons that allow us to, you know, enjoy different cool decks, and also this one. And I hope you enjoyed just seeing the full, you know, Mythic run in you know, well, maybe not full, but at least the Diamond 1 part. You know, just so you kinda know what to expect if you really want to hit this Mythic. It's not very hard, as you can see. It's usually 10 to 15 hours of grinding, and from Platinum you always will get to Mythic, usually top 100, top 50 spot if you are a decent player. And yeah, that's kinda how it rolls. So as you can see, it's never a hard thing to hit Mythic. It's just a question of, do you want to grind for 10 plus hours with deck like this. So yeah, that's kinda it for today. I hope you enjoyed, guys. A little bit different video, but I think it was still kinda interesting. I was pretty excited to, you know, see the rank, test the deck, talk with you guys about, you know, the whole meta thing, and give you some higher stakes today. So hopefully it was fun. Thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.